Hey, this is Captain Mark Johnson from FloridaKeysFunFishing.com. I'm here with the boys from Salt Strong, and today's episode is going to be the precursor to the 100-hour oil service change. Is that we're going to pull this prop off, and I'm going to show you guys why. We're going to check for braided line wrapped around the seal, and we're also going to put a little grease on the prop shaft. It's something that needs to be done at least every 150, 200 hours, okay? We change our oils every 100, 150 hours, and we check this for braided line every time. The amount of braided line that's out there these days fishing all around the bridge areas and out in a lot of the public waterways, the last thing you want to do is wrap up a bunch of braid in here. It can compromise your seal and cause your gear case to leak. And the minute you get water in your gear case, it'll contaminate your oil and create a whole bunch of other problems. So, okay, so in order to pull your prop off, make sure you have the right tools. A good block of wood in here will help keep the torque off that blade to allow you to really put some pressure on your prop nut. So you get in here with the right size socket, big kid ratchet, and break this loose. Okay. And now when you pull all these pieces off one at a time, you want to make sure you have your lock washer. Make sure you have your nut. Okay, and then a little bit of luck, voila. So you can, same time you pull this prop off, you have your hub inside. You can always check that for cracks. Okay, and then let's set this over here, keep it out of the dirt. And you have your thrust washer here, which sometimes comes off easy, sometimes doesn't. There we go, break that loose. And then you can see your seal in here in your prop shaft. So braided line, because of how thin it is, if you were to run over a bunch and wrap it up in here, it can get all up in there, and that can compromise the integrity of that seal, which then allows water to get into your gear case and contaminate your oil. Very important to check. Okay, a little bit of luck for us. We don't have any braid on there. And again, this is a precursor of changing your gear case oil. If you look at my motor here, this is one of your screws that you need to get out to drain it. So in order to get to that screw, you got to pull the prop off. So this already is in line to be done. So once you're all done and you're going to put your prop back together, your thrust washer goes on. You get your grease gun here I got close by. Grab me a paper towel out of the man cave. Okay. And get just enough grease to get it going. Okay. Take the gold finger, make a mess. You want to get grease all up and down the shaft, both sides, all the way around. It just keeps this on here, and when you got to pull it off, just makes it that much easier. Okay. You can see inside my hub here, this hub has got some wear and tear. So we're going to be time to replace that hub here very soon. Okay, these hubs are designed to break loose inside your prop. If you hit something in the bottom, you're better off to break a hub than to damage all this. But they are made out of hardened plastic, and in hours and hours that we put on them, it's something that you need to pay attention to. You can just see if there's any kinds of real cracks in there, wear and tear, like you can see just a little bit of hairline stuff that's going on in here, okay? All right, so then now that you're good and greased, you line this back up. There we go. Okay, make sure it's seated in all the way. Make sure your space washers are good, you're tight. Your lock washers here. Okay. And a good old block of 2x4 is one of the best ways to set this up in here so that you can take the tension off. You don't ever want to try to hold it with one hand and use your ratchet with the other. So you want this tight, you want this really tight. You don't want it over tight. Okay, you can put a torque wrench on it if it makes you happy, but you'll find that if you keep it good and snug, that's the most you need. Fantastic. And that, my friends, is how you check your prop for braided line or any kind of monofilament, even any way that can contaminate your gear shaft or your prop shaft seal. And reasons, again, because if you let that line build up in there, it can get in that seal, it can contaminate your oil and cause you a whole lot of headaches later. So any questions on why we change props, how we grease them, you can always find us at Salt Strong and FloridaKeysFunFishing.com.